Hello everybody, welcome to Josh Dell'Aria's Musical Escapades. My name is Josh Dell'Aria, I'm your host, and I'm super excited to share this musician with you guys today. Several years ago, one of my friends started talking about this musician, Kina Grannis, and so I said to myself, well, if I see her come out with some new music, then I will gladly take a look and see how it sounds. So she actually came out with an album called Stairwells in 2011, and so when I first heard that it was coming out, I decided to listen to it. Wound up getting a couple of songs, and both of those songs actually made honorable mention back in 2011. So I said to myself, this lady sounds pretty good. She's got a couple of honorable mention songs now, so I know she's capable of writing some awesome music, and so I said, why don't I kind of look forward and see, keep my ears open and see if she has anything come out in the future. And so 2014 comes around, and she releases an album called Elements, and I start listening to it, and I start becoming fond of this one song. I could tell from the very first time I heard this song that it was about something really personal to Kina, and I think that's what helped me connect to it so quickly. And as a result of that, I always knew from the time that I got this song that it was probably going to be close to the top. I wasn't certain that it was going to wind up being number one, but it wound up getting there in the end in 2014. And not only that, but Kina actually also spent some time on my Impossible Dream playlist, which is my top 25 songs of all time. And cracking that is not always easy. She's not on there now, but to be able to get onto that list is extremely difficult. So one of the reasons why this song did very well was because it's about a very difficult topic to share, and something that's really emotional. And I think when somebody does a really good job of expressing it, I think it's even more difficult to do that because it's difficult in the first place to talk about it, let alone to make a phenomenal song about it. Part of the reason why I'm sure Kina would probably take a lot of pride in this song is because it's actually about her grandfather's passing away. And so I know when singers sing about subjects as those, I know it can be very therapeutic to write about it, but I also know that it's really difficult to talk about and to put down on paper and to actually put in public. So I really admire her for stretching out and trying to write about something like this. So this song is called Forever Blue, and I hope you guys enjoy it just as much as I have.
When I was a child, I was heavy-hearted, knowing all it started to end. I dreamt of a day no one ever left here, cried out to the night to find a way, and it broke my heart when I felt the truth. My father has a father too. Don't understand how we'll make it through. Will I be forever blue? Every day I've known it grows only deeper. Why can't I not keep her here for good? So I'll take the waves, floating when I'm weaker, wading through the waters, missing you. And it broke my heart when I felt the truth. My father has a father too. Don't understand how we'll make it through. Will I be forever blue?
Alright, well, so I'm probably going to spend most of my time reviewing this on the bridge because the bridge is kind of like the highlight of the song in this, but I'm going to save it for the end because it comes at the end. I'm going to start at the start with the first verse, and what I want you to try to listen in for is the way Kina phrases everything here.
When I was a child, I was heavy-hearted, knowing all it started to end.
So one of the cool things that she's doing is she's ending off a lot of these phrases more quietly than she sings the bulk of the rest of each phrase. Let me see if I can demonstrate this for you all. For example, in the line, I was heavy-hearted, the way she sings it is she sings the hearted part a little bit quieter than the other words. So it sounds like, I was heavy-hearted. You notice how it's a little bit quieter than the rest of the line? What that's doing is it's kind of mirroring our human voice in a lot of ways because we tend to leave the last word off as kind of like, if it's really well expected, there's no real need to shout it out. So can you guys imagine, like in normal conversation, anybody saying something like, I was heavy-hearted? Probably wouldn't sound very good, right? You'd probably look at that person like they had two heads. Now, there are, of course, instances where it is reasonable to emphasize the last word of a sentence. But when it's not reasonable to do that in music either. That's why it's really important to keep phrasing in mind and to back off the words a little bit when they don't need to be emphasized. And yes, that is a very easy thing to do, but you'd be surprised how many musicians fail to do that. Alright, we're going to jump to the second verse now, and I want you guys to pay attention to the lyrics here.
Every day I've known it grows only deeper. Why can't I not keep her here for good? So I'll take the waves, floating when I'm weaker, wading through the waters, missing you.
Yeah, I really think that Kina starts really getting at the essence of the song in the second verse and really starts bringing out the meaning behind it. And I think that she just seems to pick out the right words for the right situations. And that's, again, it's something you kind of just have to work a little bit with the words and try to figure out what fits best, but at the same time most deeply expresses your point. And I think she did a fantastic job of finding those particular words that fit her point best. Alright, now in the second iteration of the chorus, you can tell Kina's tone gets more agitated.
And it broke my heart when I felt the truth. My father has a father too. Don't understand how we'll make it through. Will I be forever blue?
See, I really like that she does this. Not that I like that people get aggravated, but I really appreciate the fact that she's just trying to display as much emotion as possible and try to make it as real as possible, as genuine as possible. And I think that is something that goes a long way. I think that chorus also functions as a really good setup for the bridge that's about to come and blow everybody's socks off. And I think this is one of the best bridges that I have ever heard. So I'm going to go ahead and play it here for you, and then I'll go through all the parts of it that I think I need to go through.
Blood in my blood, we're still fighting. We're all trying to make it home for you. All my love is yours forever. Take it with you, take it with you. All my love is yours forever. Take it with you, take it
So first off, this bridge has the deepest lyrics in the song that really get at the heart of the matter, really drive the message forward for you. Secondly, Kina uses an excellent display of a range of emotions in this bridge. So she gets really quiet for some of those high parts, but also very loud for a lot of the lower parts where she's almost screaming in some of those. It's just like, basically however anybody would feel about one of their relatives dying, I think. You're back and forth between, my goodness, this can't be happening, and what am I going to do now? I also like that she only really decides to go high in pitch with that yours forever line. And I think that's a really good way of kind of keeping everything kind of separated. And I think it's a good way of kind of elevating that line of all my love is yours forever, sending that up to heaven where she, at least we hope, her grandfather would be. But the best part of the bridge, in my opinion, is that say you'll never go line. And the reason why I say that is because she puts the absolute most emotion into that line. And drawing that word go out very loud at first, and then at the very end capping it off very softly and very quietly, almost like she's choking up over that last kind of emotional outburst. Now, if you want to check out more of Kina Grannis' stuff, you can go online to her website at kinagrannis.com. She's got all her music up there and everything. I'll also link her social media sites in the description below. And here's the crazy thing about this. If my friend had never talked about Kina Grannis, I never would have known she existed. At least not until last year, maybe. And I never would have found this song. So that's why I rely on you guys to help me out in finding some great music. So if there is anybody that you know who has some awesome music, or if you make music yourself, make sure you let me know. Send me an email here at joshdell'ariasmusicalescapades@gmail.com, or you can put it up on our Facebook page, facebook.com/joshdmusicalescapades, or link it in the comments below. I'd love to give it a listen, and you never know, it could end up winding up here on the show. Thank you all again for watching, and until next time, go make great music.